Good afternoon. This is Judge Elisa Bettis presiding over the 210th District Court criminal docket for January 30th, 2024. All matters being heard today are being heard in accordance with all emergency orders or all directives regarding remote proceedings. In addition to that, we are streaming all matters live via YouTube for public viewing. Who did we lose here? Did I lose Mr. Monares? Oh, no, yeah, he's connecting. Give me 1 second.
I just don't see the interpreting function, Your Honor.
I see it on the bottom of mine. Let me see. You still don't see it? Annex, if you can select Spanish. I see it on mine, Ms. Hernandez. I'm not sure if on yours.
It hasn't.
It's on, so I'm not sure what the.
It's already on, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Can you hear me? ¿Sí me escucha, señor?
Sí.
Judge, can you hear me?
Yes, but I just selected the English channel, so I may not hear. Oh, I hear you. Yes, I hear you.
But then I'm not toggling between. He can
no, I
hear
don't
me.
hear you anymore.
Yeah,
Let me unmute original audio. So the function is on, Ms. Hernandez. I'm not sure what device you're using, and Mr. Chacon, you may have to select English as well on the computer.
Judge, I can't see. I'll have Mr. Monares come in and find it for me.
Okay.
I'm not, Judge, I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know what's going. You can? Señor, ¿me puede escuchar?
Sí.
Okay, well, apparently they can hear me fine, but I haven't chosen one or the other. I was doing JMAC this morning and it was working fine, so I don't know. But if you can hear me, that's all that matters.
Okay, I'm able to hear you because I don't have original audio muted. If I mute original audio, I cannot hear you. So, and Annex is on Spanish, is that right?
You know what, Judge? Let me get out and come back in. Maybe that will fix it because I can't toggle between the languages. Let me leave and come back.
Okay. In that case, Mr. Monares, Myrna, if you will help Mr. Chacon select English on the in-court computer. I was going to say, but she's already back. So
let me go help him. See if I can. You're good? Okay.
Ms. Hernandez, do you see the function?
No, Your Honor, it just gave me a message that the interpretation function is on. ¿Me puede oír en la cárcel?
Sí. Yes, we can hear you, Ms. Hernandez. Okay.
They can hear me, Your Honor, so I guess if you want to proceed, that's fine.
Yeah, but I can't hear you on the English channel. Is what is the issue. I mean,
I don't know why, because I've been using it all day, so.
Judge, and Mr. Chacon is on English.
Okay, perfect. Well, we can get started. I am going to mute original audio. Ada, are you able to hear me?
Yes, Judge, I can hear you.
Okay. Let's go
Can
ahead
you
and
hear
get
me,
started.
Ana?
Calling cause number.
Yes, 20... I can hear you too.
Okay.
Calling cause number
2023-0D04526,
State of Texas versus
el
Francisco
Estado de
Javier
Texas
Yáñez. May I
contra
have
Francisco
announcements, please?
Javier Yáñez. Anuncios.
Oh, Judge, I'm sorry. I'm hearing both of you at the same time.
So, Ms. Cortez, I think you need to select English and mute original audio.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
No me escuchas ya.
Try that again. Calling cause number 2023-0D04526, State of Texas versus Francisco Javier Yáñez. May I have announcements, please?
Jacob Reynolds for the state judge. I am
represento al Estado y escucho a la
Yeah.
intérprete.
Ms. Hernandez, there's something about your settings that is not flipping between English and Spanish. So they're hearing you both in English and Spanish.
Let me get out
Mr. Reynolds, I
completely.
know I put mute original audio on mine, if that's helpful. So I don't hear her.
Let me try that.
Yeah, I am sorry
But
because
I don't know if
what's
we're gonna
going
be
Yeah,
on.
no,
able,
that works for me.
okay. All right.
Okay.
But I don't know if we're gonna be able to hear Ms. Hernandez when she interprets into English. That's why I think there's
Oh,
an
yeah,
issue
that'll
with
be a problem.
transcription. Yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna reset the plea for Thursday at 11 a.m. in person.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Mr. Yanez will request you from the annex in person on that date. Mr.
Vamos a
Chacon
hacerlo en
can't get
persona,
this
señor
function to work,
Yáñez,
so
porque
we'll
no
have him back
podemos
on
hacer
Thursday.
funcionar esto, así que regresa usted en persona.
May I be excused, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next one is Mr. Herrera's client. Mr. Herrera, are you okay proceeding without the interpreter? Do you need the interpretation?
Your Honor, just because it's for purposes of a bond hearing, I have no problem waiving the interpreter for the purposes of this hearing.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Hernandez. We're going to go ahead and proceed without the interpretation at this time. Annex, if I could please have Gabriel Flores and Mr. Monares, if you will turn off the interpreter function. While we're waiting, Mr. Herrera, what's your client's bond?
Judge, so he's being held on a $100,000 surety, a $30,000 surety, and a $20,000 surety. And
Okay.
then there's a $10,000 surety on a P file that has not been indicted.
Mr. Reynolds, are you on this one as well?
Your Honor, I am on the cause number ending in 6072, the tampering. I believe the other two are being handled by ADA
Certainly.
Ortega.
Okay. And Annex, do you have Gabriel Flores?
He may be downtown, Judge.
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Thank you. My apologies, Annex. Downtown, do you have Gabriel Flores? Downtown, are you there? Okay, Mr. Herrera, we don't have an interpreter anyway, so we'll just go to the next one at the annex. Who's next, Mr. Morales?
Next one at the annex will be Mr. Curtis Jackson, page 18.
He's coming up.
Thank you. Mr. Huffman, are you ready? All right, calling cause numbers 2018 0D0 3602 and 2018 0D0 2881, State of Texas versus Curtis Del Mar Jacksons. May I have announcements, please?
It is ready.
Rick Huffman on behalf of Mr. Jackson's, we're ready.
And is that your client, Mr. Huffman, appearing from the jail annex?
I believe so, Judge.
Mr. Jackson, is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we are scheduled for pre-revocation hearings on each of these cases. One's an ag robbery, one's a possession case. Miss Carla, are you covering this?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I show that he's under the unable to locate. He was an absconder, is that right?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, what is the recommendation and what did he complete on probation?
Your Honor, Mr. Jackson has 2 probation cases. The
The one ending in 3602, which is the ag robbery, he was probated for 10 years. And the one ending in 2881, which is the possession of controlled substance, that one was a 2-year deferred probation. That term has expired. I wanted to update the court on that. That case expired on 2/4/21. However, we still have the ag robbery, which is with time since it was a 10-year deferred. There is a motion filed effective August 15, 2019. Mr. Jackson failed to report from May 2019 through October 2023. He has theft counseling class outstanding, community service. October 28th, 2023, he's been in custody on the motions, KPS, Your Honor. And in addition, he was also arrested on that same date for a DWI BAC greater over a 0.15. That is pending out of CCR 2 at this time. Last hearing held, Your Honor, was on November 28, 2023. Non-compliance was discussed and the case was to be reset for a 60-day pre-revo. And that's where we're at, Your Honor.
So it looks like the rec is 10 TDC on the ag robbery. I'm at 2 years on the state jail. I'm good with both of those. Mr. Huffman, what do you have?
Judge, we would hope the court might reconsider possibly giving Mr. Jackson's less amount of time, possibly letting him back out on probation. Judge, he's young, okay? When he pled guilty and got put on probation, he had been in custody for about a year. He pled guilty, he got released, and he was not mentally ready for probation. But he stayed out of trouble for a long time, Judge. He started getting a lot better mentally. He started working. He was working at most recently at a Valero. He had been there for about 8 months, and he even asked if he wanted to be a manager. Towards the very end, Judge, he was staying clean and working. He was helping her mom. He lives with his mom at her house, and she has cirrhosis and diabetes. I was just on the phone with her, and she would love it if her son came back home. We're obviously, Judge, he knows that he absconded for a long time. But I think at this point he's ready to do probation. I think he would be successful on probation. And Your Honor, we're hoping that he might be given another chance. This is a 3G offense, so 10 years. It's a long time.
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, he absconded for years. And given the, what he pled to, he had the opportunity for deferred. He could have continued and done all of the probation terms, and then, walked away without a conviction. He chose not to do that. And in fact, picked up a DWI, in October 28th of 2023. So I don't, he had an open bottle of Dos Equis. He wasn't supposed to be drinking. He wasn't supposed to be, committing another crime while being out on probation. So while, I understand this individual has family, I don't think he was taking care of his family when he was out drinking and driving as recently as October. And given how serious the case, does involve a deadly weapon, this ag robbery, and given the seriousness of that, then the state believes 10 TDC is an appropriate number.
I'm there, Mr. Huffman. I'm looking at his prior history. He's had nothing but probation violations, drug, curfew, escape. I think that was dismissed. The drug case I think we have here. There was a PR revo there. Then we get our aggravated, I'm sorry, that was a different one. No, it's the same one. Picks up the ag robbery and another drug case while mine is outstanding. And then he does 80 days ACOP after his plea and never shows up. And then he picks up a DWI over 0.15. So, no. I'm at time. So, you know, I don't know what else you want on there. I mean, we're at pre-revo.
Yeah, no, I understand time is what the court is wanting. Can we do something less than 10 though? 10's on a 3G is a lot, Judge. It's a lot of time. And he's gonna end up having to do most of that time.
Well, that's not anything new. That is something that, you know, he was advised when he pled. And Mr. Jackson's, when you plead to a first degree and you're on deferred, I get the whole range of punishment. That's 5 to 99 years or life, right? And you blew probation off, and I don't want you to answer anything that I'm telling you because your attorney might not like that. But that's what happened. And so I'm not going to give you the minimum. That's 5 years, not going to happen. You picked up a new offense, pending, and you just didn't do anything on probation. So it's, you know, we could probably do eight on the ag robbery and 2 years on, but 2 years on the state jail. Mr. Huffman, you know, and we need to move this along. He either decides he's good with that, want to have a contested, figure out, maybe you can do something with that DWI. I don't know what the circumstances are there. But this is not someone that is going to continue on probation with me.
I don't know. I guess I need to look into that, the underlying facts of the aggravated assault. I don't think it's as egregious as a 10-year sentence, Judge. So I'm going to try to.
What is it, Ms. Ortega?
So, Your Honor, if we can discuss this at the next hearing, if that's appropriate, we had some witnesses that had identified him through him selling, I guess, some sort of drugs to them at that time. And so the officers collected a gun with 5 rounds. And he had identified these people had identified him as the person who was selling these drugs.
On the ag robbery, though?
That's what I'm showing. So under the evidence listed, the gun was placed into evidence along with the 5 rounds. So this is a case that Mr. Vandenberg was working. So that's all the information I have at this time. But there were some individuals that had identified him. He had a gun, and they were, you know, he was selling drugs.
Okay, Judge. There might be I'm gonna have to talk to Renee, my supervisor. There might be a there might be a conflict of interest. We didn't represent the complaining witness. We represented potentially the person whose gun it was. Is what I'm looking at.
One of the witnesses in this case, right?
Yes. So I need to
All right.
But Your Honor,
Mhm.
yes, I'm sorry, only to add that he did give a confession to the police. That's in the file dated July 6, 2018.
Okay, so Mr. Huffman, you need to figure out your conflict issue and let us know as soon as possible. Based on that, I'm only going to reset it for a pre-revo again in 30 days. I'm also looking here at the DWI arrest. October 28th.
I don't know if it's necessarily a co-defendant or a conflict, Judge.
I'm not all I'm saying is I'm not going to set it for a contested revel while that is outstanding. And I'm not seeing anything on the ag robbery. I am seeing this DWI, allegedly a 0.18, a 0.196 open alcohol container. Yeah. So.
But I think that's the basis. I think that is the basis why my office withdrew in 2018. But
okay.
But that's kind of not the issue here. He pled guilty. But I do want to kind of reach out. Well, it might become a conflict because I might need to kind of develop the facts from the underlying.
That's why, Mr. Huffman, that's why we're resetting for 30 days.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
All right, if you find out you need to withdraw, please just send us your motion quickly so I can get someone else on this case.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you, Mr. Jackson. Who's next? Downtown, do we have Mr.
Flores.
Flores? All right, Mr. Herrera, are you there?
I'm here, Your Honor.
Mr. Flores, do you speak English?
Español.
Okay, su abogado, I don't know, Mr. Herrera, do you speak Spanish?
Sí, señor Flores, sabe que tuvimos un problema con el intérprete. Para proceder por propósito de esta audiencia, está bien si no puede escuchar la traducción al español y proceder en inglés. No va a tener que hablar. Yo hablo de parte de usted.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll give you an opportunity, Mr. Herrera, if you need to break for whatever reason, just let me know, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, so calling cause numbers 2023-0D08612, 2023-0D06136, and 2023-0D06072, each case style the state of Texas versus Gabriel Hernandez Flores. Actually, and then one is Gabriel N. Flores. May I have announcements, please?
Chantal Ortega for the state is ready.
Jacob Reynolds for the state as well. The state is ready.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. Brian Herrera for Mr. Gabriel Flores, present and ready.
And for purposes of the record, the attorneys and Mr. Flores are physically present, although I believe, Mr. Herrera, you have discussed with your client proceeding without an interpreter, and he is in agreement with that. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. We waived the interpretation for today.
Thank you. And bond hearing, Mr. Herrera, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. So Mr. Flores is booked on December 14, 2023. He's being held on $100,000 surety bond in the case ending in 6072, a $30,000 surety bond on the case ending in 6136, and then a $20,000 surety bond on the case ending in 8612. Mr. Flores is 24 years old, Your Honor. He's a U.S. citizen. He has two children, ages 1 and then another 2-month-old, who he shares with the complaining witness in the assaultive cases. The complaining witness has signed a non-prosecution affidavit. Mr. Flores would be residing with a cousin at 9176 Maria Court. That's in El Paso, Texas, 79907. So if released, he would continue to comply with whatever conditions that the court might put in place, so as to not have further contact with the complaining witness, Your Honor. But just so that the court is aware, there is a non-prosecution affidavit in both of those. And then we did have a setting earlier, Your Honor. I think the rec in those cases right now is 5 years straight probation. I have not yet relayed that to my client. We just had the setting earlier, but the state is not overly concerned with, I guess, considering the rec. Obviously the conditions would be for him to not have any offensive contact with the complaining witness, but if they're in agreement that he should be out on probation, I don't think there's a huge concern for the complaining witness's safety. As for the tampering, Your Honor, he's alleged to have destroyed or broken a cell phone while the police were investigating a stop. He was originally released on a $1,000 PR bond in that case. Obviously, he's picked up quite a few cases, but I mean, all the cases are within the last 6 or 7 months, Your Honor. He's got no prior history or convictions. So we would ask that the court consider a split bond with a PR bond component, just given the fact that there's a non-pros and then a probation offer on the table, so that the court can set a reasonable bond given the circumstances and nature of the offenses.
All right, is it Mr. Reynolds, Ms. Ortega, who's handling this?
I can start, Your Honor. Mr. Reynolds does have the tamper case, but only to add that Mr. Eden is correct. The current offer is 5 for 5. But upon review of the case as well, it looks like we have an independent witness who saw what happened. So this occurred not just on any road, but on the Patriot Freeway, where they were on the side of the road, and a witness saw this defendant assaulting the CW Noemi, who is also the CW on the other case from back in December. And so he sees him strike her, and then sort of pulls over and tries to be the Good Samaritan and help the defendant, threw rocks at this individual. And that the state's alleging that he also pulled her hair during this time. So this is, an individual who has had frequent contacts in the last few months. I also, when we run his rap, it looked like he has a March 8th, 2023 conspiracy to transport aliens case. That's a federal case. I don't have the disposition of that. I'm filling in for Ms. Waneri, but at this time, I mean, the state believes that the 30K on those cases and the 20K respectively is sufficient and reasonable.
All right, Mr. Reynolds, do you have anything to add? I see that, I think it's on your case where he has the 100,000, and I'm trying to understand, is that solely, was the PR violation, and Ms. Welch, can you help me on this? Was the PR violation solely picking up the two new offenses, the 2 assaultive cases? Or is there some other issue on PR bond? So I'm not able to see a full, well, maybe if I go into my email, I can see it.
Okay, Judge. I'm looking at the affidavit, and the basis was he committed an offense, assault of a pregnant person, 6th day of July, and assault family house member impeding breath circulation, December 13th, 2023, and assault of a pregnant person on the 8th day of August, 2023.
And Judge, to answer your question, I would reiterate what ADA Ortega said. Based on the defendant's criminal history, the fact that he was granted bond on our case and then proceeded to pick up not 1, but 2 assaultive offenses across, 2 separate dates. In addition to his federal criminal history, I think the defendant has proved that he's unable to comply with his bond, with the terms of his bond. It's my position that the bond is reasonable as currently set. And I would also ask for, if Your Honor does grant him a reduction in bond with the PR component, to require him to have no contact with the complaining witness in the other 2 cases. As it is clear to me that he poses a threat to not only her, but the community as well.
All right. So I'm looking at, it looks like I received a violation notice as early, let's see, as December 27th. On here, committed, he's under admin supervision while out on bond, who is invited to commit no new offense. So they have down, there's an assault of a pregnant person on the 6th day of July 23, an impeding on December 13th, and then an assault of a pregnant person again on the 8th day of August. Is that correct? There's
3, Your Honor. The August 8th is not, has not been indicted.
That's right.
Okay, that's the P file you mentioned, Mr.
Yes, Your Honor. We do show it in our system, so it's making its way.
Okay. So,
And it's the same CW on every single one.
all righty. So in terms of cause numbers 6136 and 8612, your request is denied. I won't say denied. What we'll do is we'll split them. We'll do 20,000 on 8612. It'll remain at 20,000, but we'll split it 15,000 cash surety, 5,000 PR. On 6136, that one is 30,000. I will split that one 15 and 15, 15 cash surety, 15 PR. On cause number 6072, I will reduce that to 40,000 split 20 and 20 cash surety PR. The conditions will include report monthly to PR bond office, have no offensive contact with the complainants in any of these cases, curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. unless he is working or going to school. He is to use no illegal substances or drink alcohol, subject to testing. Commit no new offenses, remain in El Paso County, and if he moves out, if he bonds out, he is to live at the address you indicated and may not change his place of address without court permission. Is there any other conditions? Let me start with Ms. Ortega.
No, Your Honor, just no contact with Naomi Aldimar.
Okay, what is the situation there, Mr. Herrera? They share children?
They share children, Your Honor. I believe that the complaining witness is Miss Carmen Ibarra, Your Honor. But
Sorry, that's right.
There's no real contact. They share the children, but I don't believe they're staying together, at least from what I understand. I have been in contact with her.
So no contact with the complainants or complainant. All right, Mr. Reynolds, anything you wanted to add?
Nothing that's already been said, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much. That's the order. Thank you, Mr. Herrera.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You may.
May I be excused as well, Your Honor?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Who's next?
On page 20, Your Honor, we have Mr. Rosales Mark waiting for Mr. Valdivia Julian.
Hello, Judge.
Howdy, Mr. Rosales. Annex, can I please have Julian Valdivia?
He's
Oh,
in
it's
the
not
downtown facility
All
now.
right. Let's go ahead and get started. Calling cause number 2018-0D06090, Julian, State of Texas versus Julian Rene Valdivia. May I have announcements, please?
Val Ortega for the state. State is ready.
Good afternoon, Judge. Mark Rosales on behalf of Mr. Valdivia. We're also ready.
Mr. Valdivia is appearing from the downtown jail. We are scheduled for a probation status hearing. Ms. Carla, are you covering this one?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you go ahead and give me a little bit of a case summary, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Valdivia has been on probation since July 16, 2019. He has a 5-year probation term for the burglary of habitation. Currently, Your Honor, the issue that's going on is Mr. Valdivia had been modified to BHRTC. This is going back to July of 2022. And he absconded from BHRTC. He is now in custody on the motion to revoke KPS. Prior to that, Your Honor, there was a history of Mr. Valdivia also failing to report to probation, more or less July 2021 through March 2022. During that time, back in 2022, there was a rearrest for evading arrest, detention, which I believe that case has been dismissed since then.
It was dismissed because he was going to BHRTC, right?
Modification, correct. However, he absconded from the center, and this
All
is
right.
where.
All right. I don't see if we ever discussed any type of rec. I don't really, Ms. Rosales, I don't think I'm keeping him on probation. So I don't know if we've ever discussed a number, Ms. Ortega.
I don't have notes that we've discussed a number, Your Honor.
Right. I think this is
I don't
first.
know anything about that. I would just have a quick question. Did
Yes,
that
sir.
trip to BHRTC resolve the old motion to adjudicate from 2022
It was modified to BHRTC, I think,
after the motion?
before the motion.
Before the motion, okay.
I see. Yeah, the last one was what, July? That's the one you're talking about, right, Mr. Rosales?
That's all I see is the July 2022 motion.
If you'll double check on that, Ms. Ortega, just make sure we have a current motion on Mr. Valdivia. Let me look closely. Mr. Rosales, I don't mean to jump the gun here. Do you have anything for the court?
No, Judge. We're getting up to speed. We need to all figure out, I think, where we're set, and then If there's any other violations other than what was indicated by Ms. Pineda. And then I guess discuss a number if it's your inclination to not leave him on probation. I don't know.
We have some history going back since 2013. I'm just trying to look at the priors.
Yeah, it looks like, because I'm showing that last motion was July 25th, 2022, but I'm showing, you know, there was motions filed before then, back in April. It's just every few months.
Okay.
Before that, it was back in August of 2021. And then before that, he pled in 2019.
Let's double check if we need an updated motion. Please follow up, Carla, with the updated violations, to be clear, because if we modified him post the last motion, then, you know, we certainly have more violations, so we need to get a new motion.
Yes, Your Honor, I believe there is, we do need to submit an updated VN for that motion to be updated.
Yeah, we may just never have dismissed it with the modification.
And I have another quick question. I guess this goes more to Ms. Ortega. If the state is inclined to file the state jail absconding from a community corrections facility, or if that's just coming or not, I don't know.
So no, I'm not showing that it's
Okay.
been filed. It's definitely a consideration. The other consideration here is the fact that the CW in this case was a stranger to the defendant. And that's why initially it was a TDC rec.
What was the initial rec?
So initially, this was back in 2018, it was a 3 TDC rec.
On the original underlying charge, you're saying?
Correct, on the one ending in 6090, it's the original underlying charge. And it was the defendant was a stranger, or the victim was a stranger to the defendant. So it's definitely a consideration here.
Okay.
Just looking at it roughly, Mr. Rosales, I'm probably thinking something in the range of 5 TDC. If the rec at the time was 3 and he opted for probation, I'm not gonna give him 3 again. Okay. So, but we'll go from there. 30-day reset for probation status.
Fair enough.
Thank you very
Your
much.
Honor, Your Honor,
Monday.
if I may add one thing that I left out, I apologize. There is also outstanding restitution, in the amount of 1,100. And that is on the probation case.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you very much.
Mr. Flores,
you,
have your
Mr.
family
Rosales.
call me, please. Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
You may have a good day.
You too.
Downtown, may I ask, do you have anyone else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day. All right, who's next?
Page 18, annex, can we have a Morales Ricardo?
All right. Calling cause number 2020-0D02544, State of Texas versus Ricardo Morales. May I have announcements, please?
Bell Ortega for the defendant, state is ready.
Jennifer Escajeda for probation, Your Honor.
Rick Huffman, Mr. Morales.
Sorry, Mr. Huffman. Mr. Huffman, is that your client appearing from the jail annex?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Morales, we are set for a bond hearing. Mr. Huffman, you may proceed. Oh, I'm sorry. We're also missing 2023-0D04923. All right, go ahead, Mr. Huffman.
Judge, we are asking the court for a bond and for the court to consider releasing Mr. Morales on a PR bond or something he can afford. He has been found to be indigent, and my office has been appointed to represent him. He's currently on probation, Judge, and I've gone through the allegations, which are the new arrest, the fees, and the bib course. As far as the new arrest goes, we've gotten an affidavit from the complaining witness basically saying that there was no assault. This case involved a child also, and the child was apparently running up the stairs. The child fell and hurt his foot. But it's my understanding that Mr. Morales, according to the complaining witness, Mr. Morales did not cause that injury. Mr. Morales wants to remain on probation, Judge. He's been pretty proactive while in jail. He's completed a lot of the classes that the jail offers. Judge, if he's released, he'd go back to work as a mechanic at Cifuentes Garage in Fabens. Like I said, Judge, the complaining witness has signed an affidavit of non-pros. She wants to live with him, but he does have a place to live if the court doesn't think that's appropriate. He can stay with his aunt, who lives also in Fabens at 1266 Northeast G Avenue. Let's see what else I got. They have he and the complaining witness have a 1.5-year-old. She's also due, Judge. I think she has literally just had a child. And my notes indicate that she's saying that she needs them. They need them at home to care for their children and to provide for them. So, Judge, we're asking the court to consider a reasonable bond or a possible PR bond in this case. Thank you, Judge.
Okay, so he's no bond on 2544. And then what is the bond on 4923? 20,000 cash surety. Okay. All right, Ms. Ortega.
Your Honor, you know, this defendant, quite frankly, has a criminal history, and the bond should be set at, you know, over 50,000 on each case. We're looking at conviction from back in 2009. That's a possession less than 2 ounces. So, but moving forward, then in 2013, he has a criminal trespass where he was convicted. That was back in 2014. And then in 2014, he also pled to an AFV. It looks like that was December 5th of 2014. And I specified that because then on another occasion, so he had cases, or he pled to a lesser included on those cases, and that included injury to a child. When we move over to 2019, he picks up a DWI, and then is convicted on that charge. But that's not the only DWI that he gets. He got one in March and then also one June 29th, 2019, also DWI. On that one, he was discharged for probation. He also pled, to an AFV, 2 different ones, an assault impeding breath and an AFV. That was back in 2020. There's a violation of a protective order that was dismissed along with those 2 AFVs. And then, of course, he picked up these cases on August 15th, 2023. And then I listed the CWs, Noemi Altamirano, Isaac Morales, another R. Morales, presumably a son. And then another one, that 2023 with Noemi. And then we have Jacqueline Rios, who is now another CW that we can add to this defendant's list. It's because of all of that the state's asking for over 50,000 in each of the bonds set. As a recommendation, the state is also recommending 6 TDC for this defendant on the charges.
Mr. Huffman?
Yeah, one thing I forgot to mention, Your Honor, at the time of the incident, Mr. Morales had just finished the DWI court. He had been off of the DWI court for, I think, a couple months. He had completed it, and at that point, he was kind of in limbo. He didn't have a probation officer. He didn't know who his probation officer was. His treatment kind of fell apart.
Your Honor, if I may, because I'm his probation officer.
Yes, Ms. Escajeda, I'm sorry, go ahead.
So Ms., that is correct. He did complete the DWI program. We were going to send him to regular probation before we saw the Nukpertunk that he should have completed the domestic violence. So what I was trying to do was get Mr. Morales to be compliant, to at least register for his bib class. I found it unfair to send his case to another officer when he wasn't compliant. Yes, he had compliance with the DWI program, but we needed to get him going in his case for the assault, as far as his bib class and the things he needed to do for this case, and that was not done. He would beat around the bush. He told me he was gonna move homes and then that he wasn't. Then he told me that his girlfriend was pregnant. I did my best to work with him, to be in contact with him, to even help him with resources. There was no communication with Mr. Morales. I would send him for UAs. I would send him to register for the class and he did not comply. I have been his officer and he was accepted to the domestic violence case. We were just waiting to see if his new cases would end up as well with the domestic violence caseload, but I did note that his last court hearing, the recommendation was 6 years, Your Honor.
Okay, so thank you, Mrs. Cajeda. Thank you for filling in some of the holes there. In terms of his bond, on 4923, that request is denied. On 2554, his bond is $40,000 cash surety. Do we have future settings to include a trial setting? I want to say we will.
Yes, Your Honor, March
We do.
29th.
We got trial set March 29th, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm sure we'll see you all before then.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Morales. Thank you, Mrs. Cajeda. All right. Let's first go to Ivan Valdez. Annex, if I could have Valdez, please, Ivan.
Your Honor, may I be excused?
Thank you, Mrs. Cajeda, yes. Thank you. All right, everyone ready? Calling cause number 2023-0D05981, 2023-0D05437, 2023-0D05319, and 2023-0D05436. Each case style, the state of Texas versus Ivan Valdez. May I have announcements, please?
Chantal Ortega for the state, if he's ready.
Rick Huffman on behalf of Mr. Valdez, we're ready.
And Mr. Valdez is appearing remotely. Mr. Valdez, can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay. We're scheduled for bond hearings on each of these cases. Mr. Huffman.
Yeah, thank you, Your Honor. Judge, my records show that I believe we're here on 5 criminal mischief cases. They all date, Judge, from January or February of 2022.
Mr. Huffman, just hold on a second. Let me make sure. I think I only called 4, 5981, 5437, 5436. Which one are we missing?
1 second.
I have a 2090, a 5319, 5436, 5437, and 5981.
We're missing, well, he has a misdemeanor, but that's another court. And then the 5334, do you have that one? It's 2022-0D05334. Oh, that one was, he pled on.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
And then the
this-
other one's a misdemeanor, right?
Right.
There are other pending cases of misdemeanor, Your Honor.
Okay. So we have them all here. Go ahead, Mr. Huffman. Sorry.
Thank you, Judge. The reason I say that, Your Honor, is because he had already been arrested and pled guilty to a criminal mischief. This is all, in my opinion, the same criminal episode. Deals with some cars being vandalized in his apartment complex. Like I said, all dating from January, February of 2022. Looks like that case was originally filed as a felony in the 243rd. There were 2 cases. Offense date January 2022 and February 2022, and he was found guilty, Judge, and he I believe he got I want to say 150 days on those cases. These cases came late, Your Honor, but they come from the same criminal episode as those cases. The reason I mention that, Judge, is because there are no new allegations since these original allegations. That being said, Judge, he cannot afford the bond as it is. He's been in custody for, I believe, a few months. Again, unable to pay the current bond, and we're respectfully requesting the court give Mr. Valdez a PR bond. He promises to abide by any conditions the court puts on his bond, and he promises to appear in court. I haven't gotten an updated offer from the state. I imagine it's going to be somewhere along the lines of time served to go along with that original offer. I do think there might be a speedy trial issue, because these, like I said, these cases trickled in 2 years after the alleged incident, when they probably should have, been filed with that first round of cases. Judge, if released, currently Mr. Valdez does not have a job. The reason he doesn't is because every time he'd try to get a job, a new arrest would show up. He'd get arrested, and he'd get out of jail, and then things would be going okay, and then he'd get rearrested, and not on new charges, Judge, on cases from that first criminal episode. He currently lives with his mom, and at 9813 Acer. He's a 46-year-old United States citizen.
46.
46-year-old. So I think 46, Judge. He's 46 years old, 47 maybe.
46.
46. He doesn't have a lot of criminal history before this, Judge. He has I think my records indicate 2 deferred on a possession case back in 2010. So, Judge, I think a PR bond might be appropriate in this case.
Are all of his bonds at 5,000? Is that what it is? No, let me see.
All except for the one ending in 5981, that's 15,000.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Mr. Huffman. Anything else?
Like I said, Your Honor, I don't know if there's a current offer in this case, but I would expect it to be something along the lines of time served or probation, Judge.
Okay. All right, Mr. Tega, are these, my question's going to be, are all of these dates of offense consistent? I mean, is that accurate?
So they're all different dates, but they were pled to when these were all at P-file. And so I'm not going to object if the court does want to offer the PR bond. And in fact, I think we might have a resolution by the end of today, looking at when this was pled on April 17th, 2023, even though there were, 6 other cases pending.
Okay. All right, Mr. Huffman. Where did you say he's living with mom? Stable residence, all that kind of stuff? You're muted if you're talking.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm talking to your attorney.
Judge, it's at 9813 Acer, and then that is in El Paso, Texas, Your Honor.
Okay, so I am going to grant the request for PR bonds in all of these cases, each at the amount that the bond is set. So in 5981, it'll be 15,000, 5437, 5,000, same for 5319 and 5436. Ms. Ortega, I don't know if do you have a current criminal history on him? There was nothing since these offenses?
I don't have a brand new fresh rap, Your Honor. I do not.
I don't see any other jailings. I don't see any other offenses other than these coming up kind of as new, so to speak. So
right. That's what I'm showing.
So with that, they'll all be PR bonds, report once a month in person, commit no new offenses, curfew from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. unless he is working. He is to have no contact with any of the complainants, or are they still, does he reside in that apartment complex still, or?
Your Honor, it's across the street from his mom's house.
So you are not to have any contact with the property that is the subject of each of these cases, the location. So I may not, we're not doing a distance restriction, but you cannot step foot on that property If any of the complainants are there, he is to have no contact whatsoever with any of the complainants. I did once a month, use no illegal substances or alcohol, you're subject to testing. We have the curfew, I think that's it. Anything else, Ms. Ortega?
No, Your Honor.
Thank you very much. That'll be the order, Mr. Huffman. Mr. Huffman, it looks like we need arraignments waivers on all of his cases. All right.
Mr. Valdez, can you come to my office as soon as you get out of jail or call me so I can get those waivers done?
Yes. Yes.
Also, make sure you explain to him how to.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Valdez.
Thank you. All right.
Oh.
Who's left?
Got page 19, Mr. Rodriguez and Mr. Udero, both from the annex, ma'am.
Mr. Rodriguez was reset for 6 months. That case is on appeal. And so I think we just have Ms. Udero. Ms. Navarrete, who are you here for?
For Ms. Udero, Your Honor.
Great, thank you. Mr. Huffman, are you there?
I'm sorry. Yes, Judge, I'm here.
Okay. Calling cause number 2019-0D03803, State of Texas versus Gabrielle Marie Udero. May I have announcements, please?
Ortega for the state is ready.
Rick Huffman on behalf of Miss Odetto. We're ready, Your Honor.
And Ms. Udero is appearing remotely from the jail annex. We are scheduled for a probation status hearing. Ms. Navarrete, are you with probation or with the public defender's office?
No, with adult probation, Your Honor.
Okay. Alrighty. And so we've been working kind of weekly on trying to come up with a plan for Ms. Udero. Mr. Huffman, Ms. Navarrete, what update do you have for the court?
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes.
Judge, we have a date scheduled for a Takumi evaluation. That date is February 13th.
Okay.
So if released, Your Honor, she would have to wait until that time to talk to. I believe it's an appointment with the doctor. I think they are going to see if she needs medications and what medications are appropriate. But that's the earliest we can get her in is February 13th, and she's scheduled for 10 o'clock at Takumi. Judge, if released, she would be released to the Welcome Center. I'm not 100% sure where that is or what that is, but it's my understanding that's a little nicer than the Opportunity Center. She'll only be able to live there for about a couple weeks, Judge. After that, she would be living at the Opportunity Center. Possibly, Your Honor, she has family here in El Paso, specifically someone named Patty. But I have been able, and my office has been able to contact Miss Patty. I think it's an aunt. And apparently Miss Patty's okay with Miss Udetto staying there. Judge, ultimately, I think that the best plan for Miss Udetto would be to get out and you know, with her 10 days of medications from the jail, and to immediately put a transfer request to the to New Mexico. She has a lot of family in New Mexico. We've spoken to her grandfather, her great aunt. Her great aunt would be the place she would be living, but there's also her grandfather who lives right down the street. They all want her in Deming and are willing to help her out. So ultimately, I think that would be the best place for her, but obviously that would take some time to get her transferred out there. She's got to kind of survive from now until then. But I think once she gets there, she has access to all kinds of, according to the grandfather, all kinds of services and food stamps and family support. But here, Judge, from what we've confirmed, we have not been able to get a hold of Miss Patty. We do have a living place. We do have a place for her to live, but it's not the most ideal situation. It would be the Opportunity Center, and but she does have a date set for the Takumi to get her mental health treated so that doesn't get any worse.
That Takumi appointment, you said on the 13th of February, can that be accomplished while she's in custody?
Judge, actually, my social worker is here right now. Did Miss Brittany, can I ask my my social worker, Miss Brittany?
Mm-hmm.
So we can request to see if she can be screened while she's in jail. But I believe she's already being seen in custody with the EHN that's in the jail.
I think that's what we covered last time in terms of the Takumi screening. I would like for that to happen while she's in custody. Ms. Navarrete, as Mr. Huffman was updating the court, I also saw your update in terms of a possible placement in. Okay.
That'd be great, Your Honor.
There is, well, I'll let Ms. Navarrete. Ms. Navarrete looks like it's an aunt. Is it an aunt?
Yes, Your Honor.
Like a
So,
great aunt, Ms. Garcia.
right. So I've been trying to contact the Aunt Patty that lives here. That Ms. Udero says that she's willing to take her in, but I still have not received any response from them, Your Honor. I did speak with her aunt that lives in New Mexico, and she did confirm that if she is allowed to transfer, that she is willing to sponsor her.
Okay. So Ms. Navarrete, will you tell me a little bit? I'm not going to release her solely for the Takumi appointment, Mr. Huffman. So let's see, I know EHN jail, EHN is involved. Let's get that Takumi appointment completed. Unfortunately, I don't think I can bring her back until about the 29th of February. Ms. Navarrete, can you explain to me a little bit about how we would go about, for example, if we get everybody lined up, services lined up, what that would look like in terms of the timetable, like where, if she were released, be out, let's say we go to that welcome center. I understand Mr. Huffman's telling me that is only a temporary, like a 2-week type of thing. You know, that to me is like a very delicate time, right? Where hopefully we have her squared away with meds and maybe services in hopes of getting her transferred to New Mexico. So I don't want to lose her. I don't want to lose her there. Can you tell me a little bit about the process in getting her to New Mexico in that transition right there?
Yes, Your Honor. So she's released. Of course, we will continue with the EHN Takumi appointments. She'll follow up with everything as, as normal. Once I submit the mods to you, they're signed, and I submit the application to New Mexico. I'm anticipating it probably takes about 45 days for them to do their investigation. But I mean, in the meantime, we can just continue monitoring her with the Takumi appointments. If she needs any transportation for the appointments, I can either make arrangements to transport her myself, or once she gets a case manager, they can assist as well.
I'm not real comfortable, Mr. Huffman, on a 45-day turnaround where she's ultimately at the Opportunity Center.
Judge, is there any way we can start the application while she's in jail?
Ms. Navarrete?
We can, Your Honor. I can work on the mods. I will submit them to you. And once you sign them off to me, I will go and have the signature from Ms. Udero so we can submit the application to New Mexico. So I can begin the process while she's in custody.
Let's do
I guess
that.
I should ask Ms. Udero, can I get a thumbs up for that? Can we agree on the modifications to go live in New Mexico?
Preferably, I would rather not go live in New Mexico to finish off my application. I don't mind, relocating, but I have a daughter here, and I just had a daughter. She's only 2 months old. She lives
Well,
here.
no, but let me stop you there. You got a better chance of seeing your daughter if you live in New Mexico. I'm just gonna put it out there. But I guess we can talk about it.
Yeah, let me let you all talk about that, Ms. Udero, for the court's purposes. I'm not going to modify Mr. Huffman until we know something. So
I'll agree to the modifications. That's fine. I'll agree to the modifications for the interstate transfer to New Mexico. I don't mind doing that. But what I was really hoping for was at least a release, so I'm not staying in the jail incarcerated waiting for interstate transfer. I've applied since last year, and then I applied again this year, is why I'm still in, and now I'm in custody for over a month.
And the interstate transfer could take over 45 days, over a month, even close to 2 months. And I'm not here on a violation, I'm here on a status. So that's why I would be wanting release on a release and then the interstate transfer to work while I'm on a release.
Give me the modifications as of right now, Mr. Huffman. If it's an absolute no after you've had the opportunity to have a full discussion and explore all the implications of that with your client, and you need or you'll be asking the court to put the brakes on that, then that's fine. But for now, I just assume get that process started, because then we're just looking at more delay. So we will bring her back on the probation status on February 29th. And that will be, we'll do it in person on February 29th in the morning. So we'll take care of that. But go ahead and send me the modification for now to get that transfer accomplished. Ms. Ortega, I'm sorry, I didn't really turn around and ask you anything, but.
No, it's okay, Your Honor. We've been checking in on this one, so I understand.
So you're still keeping me here held in custody on no violations? You're still keeping me in custody here?
Yes, ma'am, and it's not on no violations.
I have no violations with the court.
So I'm going to refer you to your attorney, Ms. Sudero. We are continuing to work on a plan that hopefully will.
Sue the state of Texas for this, because there's no reason for you to keep me held in these. I've already been here a month and a week. I have a 2-month-old daughter that I just gave birth to that I need to be accessible to go visit and see and make sure she's okay. And on top of that, I have no violations. He's already told you I have placement at the Sin Fronteras, the Welcome Center, and the Opportunity Center for Release, and you're still holding me in here.
Thank you for your input, Ms. Udero. We're done with your hearing today, and I'm going to refer you to your attorney, okay? Thank you very much.
We'll talk to you soon, Ms. Odero. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Huffman. Is that everyone that we have from the annex at this time?
Your Honor, we just got Rodriguez Joseph. I can see, yeah, he got reset, right?
Yes, that one got reset. His case is being appealed annex. Thank you very much.
Your Honor, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Give me a second. Let's go ahead and get off of